Welcome, race fans, to Lanier Speedway. We are live on Ballin TV for action for round number 3 of the Great 8 Race for a Ride challenge here. Last week, the dust was heavy as we ran in the rally car track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And today we go completely asphalt racing here live in southern Georgia. Well, mid-Georgia, if you will. For the Freight 8 Racing SPEED-U Race for a Ride Challenge, my name is DJ Line alongside of Alex Coffey here, who's going to be doing some race control work as long as helping us out here once the feature gets rolling. Let's check out the schedule and where we are now. As you can see in the pink, that's where we are, August 10th at Lanier. And then in 2 weeks, we go back to Hickory with the Legend Cars and Five Flags Speedway. I know a lot of people are looking forward to Millbridge on the 21st of September. And then we end the season. We end the season in October at Charlotte and then at Atlanta for the championship race on October 19th. Hopefully we get some Halloween-themed paint schemes out there and some candy themes or something. Should be pretty cool. Checking out the points after Charlotte last week. Billy Snodgrass, he's 2 for 2. Everett Larson still close behind with 14 points. Then you got AJ Nichols, Axel Smith in 4th. Chase Pearson 5th, Travis Kremberg, he is in 6th after missing the week number 1, Carson Sherman, and then Sean Hilkowitz rounds out the field with 6 points. He's hoping to make a better show of it here tonight. Tonight we're going to go, well, we're going to go mini stock racing, front wheel drive, 4 cylinders, the Bumblebee attack, whatever you want to call it. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to make our way over to qualifying right now, and we're going to see exactly who's going to start where for our 8 drivers that are here tonight. It's high atop the beautiful Lanier Speedway as qualifying is now advanced. And we're going to get the first car out on the track here very, very soon. Says 40 minutes of qualifying. We're not going to need all that. And drivers are making their way down onto pit road now. And you see the number 9 car, Carson Sherman. He's going to be rolling out onto the track first. Pit road here at Lanier. Right inside that front stretch wall. And actually, it's Axel Smith. I apologize about that. First car on the track, the number 97. Axel Smith out of Georgia. Driving the Picklemobile. He's coming around to complete lap number 1. First time for Axel Smith, 15.571. Pretty decent lap there for the young driver out of Georgia. Here comes lap number 2 around, and he picks it up by about 4 100ths. 15.531. It's going to be a nice time on the board here. Now we got Carson Sherman on the racetrack. Going to see if he can take that position away from Axel Smith. See Carson having some internet connection issues right there. That's been plaguing him basically all season long. First lap for Smith, 15.552. And second lap's going to put him on top of the board by 1/1000th of a second. 15.530. So he is going to start ahead of Axel Smith here today. 6 drivers left on the racetrack. Everett Larson on the track. First lap's good enough for the pole. 15.523. Remember the interview last week we had with Everett? Talked about having all the fun that he was having on the racetrack. Looks to bring that momentum from the rally race back over here. And it looks like one and done for Everett Larson, a 15.523. Again, that's going to put him first on the board here tonight. Next up on the racetrack, that beautifully painted number 33 AC Delco machine. Remnants of a little throwback there to early Dale Earnhardt Jr., some Ron Hornaday stuff. Coming down to complete lap number 1. AJ Nichols goes to the top of the board, 15.489. Fastest car on the track so far. And he does not improve for that second lap, so right now provisional pole for AJ Nichols, 15.489. Next up, the driver out of New York State. It's going to be Sean Hilkowitz. Sean's had some computer issues the past couple of weeks. We're going to see if those have rectified themselves here today. Do have a live onboard here with Sean as well, getting the view of the racetrack and his hands on the wheel there. First lap, not good enough to break into the top 4. Currently sitting 5th with a 15.542. When he gets really loose right there, and it looks like that's going to be one and done for Sean. So not what he was looking for right there, but it's going to be fun watching Sean come from the back of the pack. Up next, here's Travis Kremborg, another driver out of New York State, driving that black and gold number 5. Here it comes down for the first lap. Second right now. Travis Kremborg with a 15.496, sitting second to AJ Nichols. See if he can pick it up here on the second lap. And it doesn't look like it. So Kremborg going to be in the second spot as they sit right now with 2 drivers left to go onto the racetrack. Billy Snodgrass out on the track right now. A live view here of Billy driving that number 99 machine. First lap sets it, provisional pole 15.456. Billy Snodgrass, your current driver on the provisional pole and the last driver to roll here today. The beautifully painted red and white machine, the number 17, that is Chase Pierce. And he goes to the top of the board, knocking off Snodgrass. Provisional pole, 15.422. That's one and done for him. And that's going to set your field. Chase Pierce, wait into the very end, got called out on the racetrack, and he is going to be the driver that leads the field to the green here tonight. All right, so let's go ahead and get your starting grid here. We're going to go 60 laps. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Drivers are on the pit road now on the racetrack, getting gridded up, and here comes the grid. Starting on the front row here tonight, the number 17 of Chase L. Pierce with a time of 15.422, and his outside two-time winner so far this season, the number 99 of Billy Snodgrass. Rolling behind them, car number 33, AJ Nichols in third, and his outside, Travis Kremborg. Really close top four here tonight.
And starting fifth, we'll have Everett Larson in the 07, and starting sixth, Carson Sherman in the number 9. Seventh will be Axel Smith in the 97, and eighth to round out the field will be Sean Hilkowicz in the 48.
What do you think? What do you think, Alex? We can have a good show here tonight.
Yeah, I think the mini stocks are always a good show. You can beat and bang a little bit. They're pretty forgiving cars to drive. It is a hot track tonight, so they'll have to take care of their tires and have to not get too much heat on them, because these cars will get loose if the tires get hot.
Yeah, and they got one set of tires in the pits, so anytime under caution or anything like that, they can come down and they can get that one set. So that's pretty much going to be the premium here, who can hold that set the longest. But pace lights are off. We're about ready to get underway here for the green flag, round number 3. On the front row, Chase L. Pierce and Billy Snodgrass. Green flag is out, and we're racing for 60 laps. Who's it going to be? We're going to find out. Side by side into turn number 3. Snodgrass not letting Pierce go, holding on to the outside. Double file. Kremborg, where's he going to go? He's trying to make the move to the inside, but Snodgrass still fighting hard on the outside. Nichols back there as well, and the rest of the field 2 by 2 out of turn number 4.
Yeah, one thing about these cars, DJ, is you can really hang on the outside, and they're very equal. When you run the top line and the bottom line, they're very equal. The top will get the tires a little hotter, so eventually you'll see the top fall back a little bit, as we're seeing with Billy Snodgrass. He's going to want to file in, keep some temp down on those tires. We had some contact in the back, but it looks like everybody's still rolling.
Yeah, I see that. It looks like Everett Larson got out of shape there, but he was able to save it. Now he's back there hoping the tires aren't too awful bad on that. And you see AJ Nichols and Carson Sherman side by side. Sherman decided to throw it in there on the bottom. They're going to be battling back there for that 4th and 5th spot. Sherman's still blinking those, so Nichols has to be careful. But the battle for the lead heating up big time. Travis Kremborg has caught the back bumper of Chase L. Pierce.
Yeah, he's definitely putting some pressure on him right now. I think Billy is playing it smart here, letting the tires cool off from ripping that high side for a few laps, letting those guys go duke it out, and just kind of lurking there in third. We have a little gap back to 4th, but everybody's still keeping good pace here.
Yeah, look at this hornet's nest. You see this, Alex? This is craziness going on right here. And oh, it looks like AJ Nichols got loose, slammed the outside wall. Again, these cars pretty much like tanks, though. As long as you can keep the suspension underneath them not getting bent, you can pretty much beat and bang and still be good to go. But that's a tough break for Nichols after qualifying so well. He's now down 5 spots, but driver on the move up 5 spots. That's Sean Hilkowicz there in the Good Wrench sponsored machine. He's done past all these drivers, and he's setting his sights now on the top 3 of Billy Snodgrass. To your point, though, Alex, Billy Snodgrass, I believe, is playing it just perfectly, driving there, saving those tires, and if we get an onboard shot of him, He's just chilling, not a care in the world. Nice, easy movement on the wheel. Probably it looks like about. He's so smooth on that wheel. I think Billy's playing it right now.
Yeah, with no pressure out back anywhere close to him. I think he's content with riding third. If there's a caution, he'll restart on the inside. So he's definitely in a decent spot right here. Sean Hilkowitz is making good ground up from his starting position, though. And like you said, that these cars, there's not really much aero play that comes into these, so body damage is not much of a factor. Usually in real life, you'll see these cars duct taped up and everything, starting the race, not even finishing it. So aero is not a factor in these. So as long as you keep the suspension straight and keep the metal on it, metal parts of the suspension not bent, you will be fine.
Yeah, you got Everett Larson right there. You see he's made his way back into the 6th position after getting involved in that little spin kind of Tokyo drift slide earlier. He's back up on the bumper of Carson Sherman, and Sean Hilkowitz is right up there as well. So don't count Larson out just yet. Even if there isn't a caution, I still think Larson's fast enough. He'll be able to get back up there probably into at least the top 4. But the lead now has started to separate just a little bit. A couple laps ago, Kremborg was on the back bumper of Chase Pierce, but now it's kind of separated out by about 2 car lengths. I believe Travis here is just sitting pretty right now. He's trying to do the same thing that Billy Snodgrass is doing, but keep Pierce within your sights so you're able to make the move if you need to. And you can see it actually might be the opposite, though. Maybe Kremborg's driving it just a little bit harder. See coming out of the corner, it's not bad, but I can see a little skew on that. So maybe he's starting to back it down just a little bit, realizing this does have a really good green flag feel to it right now.
Yeah, and I think we do have a competition caution. If there's no cautions before halfway, there is a halfway caution. The thing with this track and these cars, with how long pit road is and how long it takes to change tires on these cars, I'm not sure that tires would even be an option without going a lap down. So if you take the gamble to go get tires, you'll also be taking the gamble most likely for there to be another caution and you to get a wave around. So that's the risky part of taking tires. If it did play out where they could get their lap back, they would be at a huge advantage, but you put yourself at such a disadvantage and such a risk that it is a huge gamble.
It is, and you see lap times showing up there on the ticker right now, showing that Billy Snodgrass is the fastest car on the racetrack as far as the top 3 go. At least it was that last lap, and now Pierce has picked it up a little bit. But Sean Hilkowitz fast as well, making his way up there. But to your point, 15.8 seconds around here. You go down pit road under green, you're going to lose multiple laps. So that competition caution before halfway, if there's no yellow, that's a really cool idea. And I'm glad that the administration over here decided to do something like that to tighten it back up and give everybody a chance to catch their breath and go back at it. So these drivers know. Probably not pushing too hard right now because they know what it's going to come into. And a lot of these drivers making sure, well, they're taking notes right now. They're like, okay, well, I pushed here, the car's tight, the car's loose, just taking notes. Back farther in the back, this battle between AJ Nichols and Axel Smith has been going on forever. Axel Smith now putting the bumper to the back of H.A. Nichols. This is a battle for the 7th position, but they're all hooked up right here. Carson Sherman's there as well. So these drivers, it doesn't matter whether you're first or whether you're last. They're here for a good time, and they want to make sure that they provide some excitement because they worked hard all season to get into the Grade 8. So we separated out a bunch of people and got these final drivers here. And the battle rages on. I know Axel Smith is more at home and say some of the NASCAR style cars rather than these things. I'll be honest with you, I've never ran these before, so I assume that since they're front wheel drive, you drive them off the front, they're super hard to spin out because you can just steer out of it. So probably you're not going to see a lot of self spins or anything like that.
Yeah, they're actually rear-wheel drive, but they do have the 4-cylinder, and they are pretty gripped up. You can get them pretty sideways, and it doesn't just keep spinning. You can drive through it. So definitely a driver's car and a drivable car to where you can beat and bang a little bit. Very forgiving car here. So
Well, thanks for correcting me, because I was wondering how long you were going to let me call them front-wheel drive cars. There's probably people in the chat right now thinking I'm crazy. And we got a yellow flag. I believe that was the halfway yellow right there.
yes, that is the halfway break. So we'll re-rack them. People can take that risk I was talking about with taking tires and hoping for a yellow, or decide to stay out. Like I said, if you take tires here, you'll be at a big advantage. Looks like our whole field is going to take tires, possibly. That's very surprising to see that our whole field takes tires, because if one of those cars in the back half would have stayed out, they probably would have had the field a whole lap down. So interesting call there. I guess they're really fighting those cars out there, and they really want some tires on it. So he took right sides. Yeah, that's a yeah, we're gonna have a few that are gonna be a lap down, it looks like here, but if they come out in front of the leader, they should get their wave arounds. It's gonna be close here. Yeah, definitely interesting call to take 4 there. I'm not sure that they knew that with this pit road being so long and all that. So yeah, we have a caution out here. It looks like there was some cars not caught up to the field, and a bunch of cycled out stuff that half the field that weren't caught up and ready to go green. The pace car dropped off a little early, so we're gonna re-rack them. Everybody in the field agreed that the caution was necessary there due to the pace car pulling off a lap earlier than expected, and we'll re-rack them and go back green here. Yeah, it looks like those two will also get their lap back. Bunch of confusion on the radio between the drivers. I think everybody kind of is on the same page of just not expecting the pace car to be like that. Yeah, I think all the saving is out the window at this point with only 17 to go. I think we're going to see some aggressive driving. Oh, you see Everett Larson get in there a little hot and make contact with Travis, but they both hang on to it. Great driving by those two. Yeah, good side-by-side battle here with AJ and Sean. Both leaving each other plenty room. As you see, Sean gets clear and AJ files back in line. Yeah, and a few of these cars out front are on 2 tires. It seems to be almost helping the car being on 2 tires instead of 4. None of our guys that took 4 tires have really been able to mount a charge for the 2 tires, and it's interesting there because you'd think 4 would be better, but they don't seem to be struggling on 2 too bad. Yeah, Sherman is definitely mounting a charge on Travis. I think he'd need a caution to like you said, mount a charge for Billy and Chase Pierce up there. Which, yeah, definitely still a good battle back here in mid-pack, and really the last 6 cars are all almost under a blanket.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Drop it.
And welcome back live to Lanier Speedway. Sorry if there was any audio difficulties that happened. We got them all fixed up. Chase Pierce, he's going to take the win here tonight, along with Billy Snodgrass and Travis Kremborg, your top three. Let's check out the final results. After 60 laps and 2 caution flags, Chase L. Pierce takes the win here at Lanier Speedway. Billy Snodgrass in second. Travis Kremborg comes home in third. Sean Hilkowitz, the biggest mover of the race, he's going to come home in fourth. Carson Sherman was battling Travis for that third spot, but he's going to end up falling down to the fifth position. That's your top five. AJ Nichols, that beautiful looking number 33, is going to be in sixth. Everett Larson, after sliding early and battling up front, he's going to be near the back in seventh. And rounding out the field here tonight is going to be the number 97 of Axel Smith. And that completes the look at the lineup. And we're going to go ahead and start getting some interviews with drivers here tonight. First up, it is going to be your winner here tonight, Chase Pierce. Chase, what a great run. Talk to us about that, and how'd you feel out there, brother?
I felt pretty good. I was confident going into tonight. I've always liked the mini stock since they came on the sim, and Lanier's always been a pretty good track for me. And I knew that Billy'd be tough, and Travis, he'd probably be up there as well. And they were hard on me early in the runs, both at the beginning and after the halfway break. There made me work for it a little bit, but I was able to keep the tires on. I think after a few laps, theirs started to fade away, and I was able to get away there. Came in with a lot of speed, and happy to be back in victory lane after the last race's DNF and the first race's second place. So happy to get back into victory lane, and hopefully we can continue to get into victory lane through the next 5 races.
I'll tell you what, brother, we're about halfway through this, and you and Billy are setting the field on fire here, dominating fashion, coming down to the end, to that championship race. Looking forward to seeing if we could possibly get you in that race car here next season at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Who do you got to thank that gets you here tonight, and any shout-outs that you have?
Oh, yeah. My parents, Top Hat Comics, Stick Shifter Sim Racing, Cottle Chassis, Red's Donut Shop, Shell Bell Bonds, Don D. Stone, Army Navy Store, Bark Buddies, Greg's Old Lexington Front End Frame Shop, Velosta, K-Cars, Race Cars. Also, I'm on a crew at Bowman Gray Stadium, and at the track last night we lost a legend racer, Robbie Brewer, so this one's for him and his family and friends.
Yeah, I saw the news on that horrible situation. I'm glad you mentioned that. Thank you for that. Congratulations again on the win here today, and hopefully we'll see you back here in Victory Lane next time we go racing here in 2 weeks. Congrats again, Chase. All right, that was Chase Pierce, the winner here tonight in dominating fashion. Let's go ahead and move on. That would be Mr. Billy Snodgrass. Now, Billy, we were waiting for the move. Alex and I were talking about it. Looked like you were kind of laying back just a little bit, maybe saving some of your stuff, and then that mid-race brake caution happened, and then the mix-up on the start there where we had to have another yellow flag. Did that kind of mess up your strategy, or did you just not have the speed here tonight to get around Chase?
That last run, I didn't have the speed to catch him. But the beginning of the race, once I got into third, I was just kind of chilling there because I figured there'd probably be some sort of caution, and it's better to start third than second. So that was kind of my plan there, and we went and got tires, and that restart that was exactly what I needed, and but there were some issues, so we had to throw a caution for that, but I'm not mad about it or anything. It was all good. Happens.
Yeah, no, so this is the first time that that I've seen the mini stocks run here at Lanier, and I didn't realize that, because I was wondering, I'm like, people are taking 2 tires in the pits, and I was looking back at the people that took 4, they got lapped by the pace car, so there was strategy in pit road as well. I think some of the drivers didn't know that, so were you aware of that? Is that why you took 2, or were you trying to possibly jump ahead, or what was that?
Yeah, I was aware of that. That's one of the things I always make sure to look at before the race.
Awesome. Well, the streak of wins comes to an end, but you're still in second place. You're still really good in the points. Billy, we got 5 races left. What race are you looking forward to the most? Now, I know you're pretty much fast everywhere we go, but which one are you excited to go to, the one you're going to have the most fun at?
Probably the next race at Hickory, because that's my home track where I race late models at right now.
Heck yeah, from real life to sim racing at Hickory, it's going to be a good show. Billy, before we let you go here tonight, who do you got to thank that helps you get here, and any shout outs that you'd like to say?
Swift Springs, they've been helpful for my real racing stuff, giving us discounts. And my dad for everything he's helped me with.
Well, congratulations, Billy, again on the second place position. Great racing out there. We'll see you in a couple weeks, hopefully back here in the booth with us, talking to us at the end of the race.
Thank you.
All right, Billy Snodgrass finishing in the second position here tonight. We'd also like to thank him for allowing us to get a peek inside the beehive there in his onboard camera. It's always cool to see the setups that all these different drivers use. Some drivers using the massive direct drive wheels, other drivers using the wheels you can get out of a Happy Meal box. And to be honest with you, everybody's fast with whatever they use. It's just a matter of what they are used to. All right, so finishing up here tonight, third place, that's going to go to the driver out of New York. That's going to be Travis Kremborg. Travis, you gave it a good run there, man. After the first start, you were right on the back of Chase Pierce. Looked like you were just kind of saving your stuff, getting ready to set him up. The yellow flags happened, kind of got you a little bit out of sorts there. Talk to us about the race and anything looking back that you could have maybe done different.
Well, as far as the race, I don't know, I guess it wasn't our night. It hasn't really been our night these first 2-3 rounds. Just really need to be better. In the beginning there, I thought I might have had a shot at Chase. Gave it up after a couple laps, thought I'd just settle in, trying to save tires. That's when the caution came down. I was going to take 4, but I saw the 2 in front of me took 2. So I decided to just stick with 2, and then after that, it's pretty much just all downhill from there. As long as the caution the restart confusion, and never quite had a chance to get back to him.
Let's talk about that last little green flag run. Having a good battle back there with Carson Sherman. You were able to come out on top right there, so it does put you in a podium position. Kind of helps you get back into the talk of the points here. What are your plans here running for the rest of the season? Are you going to work extra hard to see if you can take some wins here to try to make it interesting coming down to Atlanta, the final race of the season?
I think I'm left with no choice. I've kind of dug myself a pretty big hole these first 3 rounds. Haven't been putting in really any practice before these races. I come home from work, hop into the session at 4 o'clock, and practice until race time. So I just need to be more committed, and those wins definitely need to come here soon, or otherwise it's going to be pretty easy for Billy to run away with this thing.
Well, Travis, we definitely know that you have the talent to race anything on any racetrack at any time. We look forward to seeing you back into victory lane. It's been a few weeks since that first win back in round 1. Hopefully see you back here soon. Any shout-outs or anybody you'd like to thank that helps you get here tonight?
Well, I got to thank you guys for the broadcast, obviously. I got to thank Great Racing, Race for a Ride. I gotta thank Alex, you, DJ, and most of all my parents, because whether it's a win, whether it's a second place finish, last place finish, my parents always support me. So I gotta thank them most of all.
And we appreciate you, Travis, especially the shout-outs, and you're 100% right. As long as you're giving 100% on the track, no matter where you finish, the people in your corner will always support you and be proud of you wherever you finish, and that's the sign of a good teammate, good friend, and a good family member. So shout out to your parents, shout out to you. Hope to see you in victory lane very soon. I got a feeling that I think it's going to be at Millbridge. I think you're going to rip some dirt and be hard to beat there. What do you think?
I hope so.
Okay.
I have to put in some work, but I really hope so.
All right, buddy. Well, congratulations again on your 3rd place position. Travis Kremborg finishing 3rd here tonight. A little rebound there. So, Coffee, you're still here. What do you think, man? How was it for this? The 4 bangers here on the track. Some pretty good racing.
Yeah, I think it was definitely good racing for some mini stocks. Usually in real life, you see them rough each other up way more than we saw these guys do tonight. But that's always good to get some green flag runs in, and turned out to be a pretty good race.
It definitely did. So don't forget, next race is going to be at Hickory Motor Speedway. That's going to be August 24th with an approximate start time at 5:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Billy Snodgrass is going to be tough to beat there, brother. Well, we're going to see. We're going to see. So again, for me, DJ Lyon, along with Alex Coffey, I appreciate all of you being here tonight. What a great race we had in the 4 bangers at Lanier. And I just can't get over how great that racing was. So we want to go ahead and thank Freight Racing, SPEED-U, the Race for a Ride. Remember, coming up, championship in October. Who's going to be the one that drives the legend car on NASCAR weekend? We're going to find out. But for that, we'll say so long, and we'll see you again next time right here on Ballin' TV.